Hello Reborners, my name is Karen and this is Making Dolls with Karen. We're back with Ashley. She's had a bake and her modeling is very prominent in some areas, and in others, like on her face, it's not so prominent. I'm going to put a couple more coats of different colors on her. I'm not sure what color to put. I'm out of breath again. But I'm going to be putting more on her. Her face is just not coloring as well as the rest of her. It's got sealer on it, so I don't know. The yellow seems to have faded into the background. I don't even know if at this point veins and capillaries would even show over all this modeling. But I'm going to put a coat of this Ethnic Lip, Nails, and Blush on her. It's a little bit darker than the colors I've been using. And then I'm going to probably put either blue or purple on her. I don't really know which one yet. Because, well, she just needs some more darkness into her skin tone. It's not coming out to look like a skin tone to me. And I'm a little distressed over that. But we're going to do the best we can with her. And at some point, we're going to be switching to some washes, because you have to put some washes on them too. So I won't be putting a wash of this really dark color right here on her because it's too dark. But I will be probably putting some washes of, say, maybe purple or red or blue on her. I don't really know. I don't know what colors should go onto a doll when you're doing it this way. I really don't know. But all we can do is just try. Anyway, here we go. I'm just going to put this all over her like I did those other coats of colors that I put on her, and try to get it everywhere on her. And that's the best we can do, is just try. And it's possible that we can't get it everywhere, and we're just going to have to dab it with the brush like we did before. And this one's a little bigger, and I don't know, it's a little bendier. It seems to be getting in some of these crevices a little better. This one's putting great big circles on her, and so possibly that's something that we're going to want. I really don't know. I'm super new at this. I've done it one other time to another doll kit, and so we're just going to see how it comes out. And Ashley is actually going to be a gift for someone, and so I don't know. They might like it and they might not. I really don't know. All I know is we can just do what we can do. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, and, well, we tried. That's all I can say. I really don't have any other answers. This is just something like an experiment I'm trying on this doll to see if we can make her look like a reborn baby, a real baby, with modeling. A lot of artists do it. They only model. They don't do anything else. They just put coat after coat after coat of modeling on them. And I'm not going to say I like it really. I'm just going to say it's different. It looks different. I'm going to try to get a little more of this color out of this brush, so I'm just not putting heavy amounts on her, and dot around in some places where she doesn't get much color, because, well, you just can't get the sponge in every spot. That's just a fact. You can't do it. And then because I did that, I'm just going to dab it a little, because I did that with the brush. It's much heavier and darker than the kind you just put on with the sponge, so you don't want it to, overtake the whole doll. Now she's very splotchy now. Her color this is a dark color. And you wouldn't want to put too many coats of this on them, for sure, because it's so dark. But it's going to actually give her some tone to her skin color, She might actually start to look like she has a skin color. All these other magical colors aren't doing their magical thing, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, though. And it only counts for me. So if you try this and you like it, well, then it's working for you. I'm not so much a fan. It's just really not looking super good to me. But as we start to put more and more layers on her, and we put washes and all that, these colors will start to change a little bit, and they'll be either a little better or a little worse, depending on what you like, And she's going to hopefully come out pretty good. I'm going to try to get her as good as I can with this method. If I have to abandon it, well, I will, but hopefully I don't have to. With Trent, that was the other doll I did with modeling. It took me so many layers to get any sort of color really on him. I guess I was using very, very light paint, even lighter than this, but he just wasn't taking any color very good. And I finally abandoned it and started putting solid colors on him because it was just not working out. And I don't want to have to do that with this doll. I want it to work out. So we're going to just keep going until we see what happens. About every 3 coats of paint, I'm going to bake her, and in between we're going to heat her with the heat gun. And try not to, you know, if you had to do it every time you put a layer of modeling on them, you'd bake them 20 times probably. It's probably going to be that many layers because modeling just doesn't color that much of the doll. They're just splotchy looking, and every splotchy layer covers a different part of the doll, you know. Like this one's got really big circles, and the next one might have really tiny circles, and so different parts of the doll are getting colored at different times, and so all together it's supposed to mix up and make a normal looking baby skin tone. I don't know how that works. I really just don't. But I didn't like the way it looked on Trent, and at the time I abandoned it and started just painting layers on him, he started to look a little better. So I just don't know. She will get a few layers on her, but nothing like, you know, every single layer or anything. She'll mostly be getting modeling. And you want to hit every area and lap over a little bit. Because if you don't, you're going to have some funny looking marks on your doll that come from the sponge. And that lapping over takes care of some of that funny looking corners of the sponge hitting the doll and stuff and making, it's like they're over stamped, if that makes sense. Okay, that's that color. It's on her. And I don't know when we're going to put another one of that color on her, but there it is. It's on her. It's a brownish red, kind of. It's kind of dark. That's all I know. I haven't put any blue on her yet. I just don't even know if blue can follow this color. You know, I just don't know that much about doing this method. But I'm gonna heat her a bit to try to get this really dry before I put anything else on her. There's no doubt in my mind you can't see that. It's so dark. But as they bake, you know, it gets lighter. So even just by drying it a little bit, they get a little lighter. They don't get much dabbing when you use this modeling method, so they take a lot longer to dry. I'm hoping that as I blow dry this one, some of the air that's passing over it will start to dry these pieces. The part that's wet usually looks a little bit shiny. And until that shininess is gone, they're still a little wet. That's pretty good. She looks dry, and so she feels dry. By the time I get done putting another coat on her head, the rest of her limbs should be completely dry. They're just on the brink of being completely dry anyway. And I'm a little scared to put blue on her. I really am. I just don't know about this blue, if it's a good idea or not. But here we go. We're going to do it because, well, I don't know. I don't know anything else to do. If I ruin her, well, somebody's not getting a doll. I believe and I think that this blue is kind of light. I'm not really sure about that, but we're going to find out here just in a minute. And after the blue, I might put red again. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I wish I did, but I just don't. Here we go with blue. Yes, it's very light. It seems light. But blue is a darkening color. And over the top of this brownish color, it's starting to really look like, I don't know. Is she bruised? It kind of looks like that to me. But as it dries, hopefully it's not going to look like that. I hope not anyway. Blue is a very darkening color. It puts as you know, on the dolls, when we put it in the corner of their eyes and stuff, it gives them that real shadowy look that you want in the corners of, you know, certain areas of the doll where it would actually have a darker look to it and be a little bit shadowy. But yeah, she might actually turn out to look a little bit ethnic. She's getting kind of dark. Look at that. I know you can see that. She is very dark. That is very dark to me. So if I put a few layers of skin color on her, she might actually look to be a little ethnic baby. The neighbor asked me, could I make ethnic babies? And I said, I'm not so good at it. She's got a little girl and a little boy. And well, the little girl just recently had a birthday, and I gave her a baby doll, but it was a white baby doll. And I asked her mother first, would she play with a white baby doll? And she said, well, yeah, she will. But, you know, of course, little children want dolls that represent them, you know, more. To them, that's better. And I don't blame them. I would probably want that too. I don't even think when I was a little girl that they made black dolls. I don't even remember ever seeing one. Ever. And of course, all my dolls were white, but because I don't even think they made black dolls back then. But if they did, I never saw one. Let's put it that way. We didn't go much to department stores or toy stores or anything. Whenever we got a toy, it was because it was our birthday or Christmas or something. And my mother went and got it, you know. She knew what we wanted by the commercials on TV and what we'd say about it, like, ooh, I like that or something, you know. And she'd remember it and she'd go get us that for our birthday or Christmas or something. And so we never really went to the store, so I don't really know for sure if they had any black dolls. I never saw one. And I so much wanted to make some little black dolls, but I just can't get the color right. But Ashley's getting kind of dark here. I don't know. She can make the threshold to become a little dark colored baby. blue is really making her dark, I think. I don't know. I think I might have to bake her before I put another color on her. This blue is very dark. I have to get some of the back of this leg back there, right in that crevice that where their knee bends. I'm just very, very unsure about this blue being so dark. Didn't expect it to make her look like that, but oh well. We're gonna press on and see what happens. At least I know on the videos I watched of people doing this, they put blue model all over their doll. And their models were usually a lot darker than, say, a wash would be. They made washes too, but the washes were real thin and almost watery looking, like a watercolor almost. I mean, they weren't watercolor, but they were thin and very light, and so they looked like a watercolor sort of. But their modeling, they put a lot more paint in the models. I don't know how they decided, you know, this needs to be dark, that needs to be light. I don't know how they decided that. But anyway, she is very dark, and I'm afraid to go on without at least drying her with the dryer. I think I probably need to bake her. I'm gonna try to dry her with this heat gun a little bit and see how she looks then. There's a real good chance she'll lighten up. That blue almost looks like an overabundance of veining. Like you just, you know, really, really veined them a whole lot. Seriously, that's what it looks like. Seeing if she feels dry. She does feel dry. That is really, really ugly. Oh my goodness. I am not a fan at all of modeling. It just does not look good to me. I'm going to do a red now because I just don't know what else to do. I'm kind of stuck on what to do next, and well, red makes sense to me right now. So here we go. We're going to do this red. And this is going to be her last coat. We're going to bake her again after this. I don't mean her last coat. I mean the last coat before we bake. And when we come back, I guess we're just going to look at her and decide what to do. I just don't know what to do. We might start over with yellow again. I really don't know. I don't know what's a good idea and what's not. It's like a foreign language or something. You can't understand it. Oh, that's gonna nicely look better over the blue, I think. Her ears are just not coloring up. Her nose is not. Her upper lip. She's got some spots that are just not covering good. And I don't understand why they're not. Maybe I'm just not pouncing them enough. I don't know, but she's not looking the right colors to me. I don't know. She's getting very dark though. I do know that. And after she bakes, hopefully she'll have some color. She won't be, you know, a lot of times the color just goes away when, or minimizes when you bake. And she needs color. She just really, really needs it. And hopefully it's going to be there when she comes out. And down here on, well, you almost need to have them on a pole or something so you can get to all these spots to actually color them. Down here on her neck is being neglected a little bit, and I need to make sure it's not, because it's going to look real funny if she comes out and she doesn't have any color on her neck. That's going to look real funny. I'm trying to get behind the ears and in the ears where it's not getting much color. We'll just let that dry on its own because we're not going to do any more layers until she bakes. I don't think you could tell something rashy looking on this doll. She's so modeled up. But hopefully after the bake she'll look normal. I think when we come back after the bake, I'm going to put some solid layers on her instead of this bumpy stuff. I don't know what color to pick though for her solid layers. I just have to just see how she looks before I start doing it, because I don't know. I just don't know what color to pick. This is weird. This is a weird way to paint. I know that. Okay, there's that one. Somehow I think I already did that leg. I don't know what makes me think that. But I did it again. I guess it won't hurt anything. Yep. Well, that's just not going to stay up there, I don't think. Stay up there. Really? Okay. I just don't know about the hands not coloring. I don't know why they're doing that. Okay, that's got her painted for whatever it's worth, and I'm gonna try to get her into the oven and get a bake and see what happens when we come back. And I'm just seeing places on her that just need more color. Okay, so please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and happy reborning.